Hello, everyone. This is Angela Martin, Gold Consultant with Archer and Evolution Travel. In today's training, we're talking about how to enroll a new agent. So you've decided to take a leap and mentor other travel agents. That is fantastic. But what if you have an agent who attended the informational meeting and had to leave a little bit early before they actually did the enrollment process? Well, this training will show you all about what you need to do to make sure that they get, one, your enrollment link, and then two, how to actually sign and fill out that enrollment form so that they don't make any common errors that we see. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna back out of here. And the first thing we wanna do is go to myevolutiontravel.com. This is where you're going to log into your back office. Okay. And when you log into your back office, you'll know you're there because you'll see all of these colorful boxes at the top. The first thing that you need to know is that where do you get your enrollment link to give to those agents? Well, there are a couple of places. You can click here at the very top. When you log in, you'll see Enroll an Agent. And then also in this left-hand menu, if you go all the way to the bottom, you will see also where it says Enroll an Agent. Both of those will bring you to the same location, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log out of mine and I'm gonna try to just go and get you a blank slate here. So I'm gonna go to My Evolution Travel, I'm gonna click sign up, and I'm gonna click sign up again. This is what your new agent will see when they click on your specific link, except it'll have your agent ID number after the equal sign on this sheet. Notice that we are licensed in 26 different countries, and you can figure out what countries those are by selecting this menu and the drop-down menu. However, we do typically suggest that you mentor agents from either the United States, Australia, or Mexico. And the reason we say that is because in other countries, there are limitations on the access that your agents might get if they stay in a different country. So that is something you want to keep in the forefront of your mind when you are deciding to mentor other agents. And of course, you can mentor them from any of these countries, but the United States, Australia, and Mexico are the three preferred countries, okay? Once they've selected their country, they will simply select next, okay? And what it'll do is bring them to the enrollment form, okay? And this is very important for you to listen to, okay? Notice that the first thing they'll see is to select the language. And it is common habit to want to actually click on this menu and locate English. However, the form is already in English, so they will not find English in this drop-down menu because it's already defaulted to English. This is for people whose native tongue may be something other than English so that it will translate the form into their native language, okay? So if your new agent speaks English, they can leave that alone, okay? The next thing that we'll bring up is the package, the promotional rate that they have, okay? And it'll be listed at the very top. You'll make sure that's correct, and they'll see all of what it typically costs when they become an agent. That'll be selected. The next thing that they'll see is your agent ID and your name populated to the right-hand side of that. That will match, and it'll be auto-populated for them when they click on your specific link. So just make sure you provide your link to them so that they can do that, okay? They will simply click this box indicating that they've reviewed the sponsor information. It is correct above before they proceed. So they'll need to check that box, okay? After they do that, every other area with the red asterisk is required, okay? Anything without the red asterisk is not required. So they will need to fill in their first and last name, the gender that they identify with. They will leave this company field. They need to leave that completely blank, okay? So have them put absolutely nothing in that company field. We don't want them to put anything there, okay? So let's keep going. If they put anything in the company field, just to let you know, it will override their first and last name on their certification. And we certainly don't want that. So make sure that they put nothing there, okay? If you have some people who are business savvy and they want to register under their LLC, we highly recommend that they do not do that, because if they do, it will negate the errors and omissions insurance provided by Archer and Evolution Travel. And they certainly don't want that to be negated, because then they will have to purchase their own, which could cost up to $80 to $100 per month on its own. Okay, so we highly recommend that they sign up with their social security number as an individual. Okay, now the social security number, once they enter it in, this is not seen by you or any other mentor. It is directed directly to our tax department so that they can handle any of their taxes at the end of the year and be able to send their 1099. They'll need to put in their birth date, a new email address. This is very important as well. Have any new agent create a separate email address that they can receive all of the promotions that they'll receive from our vendors and suppliers after they get registered with them. This is so that it doesn't bog down their personal email address. So just make sure that they create that new email address prior to enrolling, or at least prior to signing up with vendors or registering for vendors, okay? So they'll need to put that there and then verify that. Notice how the home phone has no asterisk because most people don't have a home phone anymore, but they will need to put in their cell number, street and city, and then they can put their two-letter state if they like, but it's not required as we see no asterisk beside that. And then they'll need to put in their zip code. Now, the next section is pretty important as well. This is where they're going to be creating their personal web address, the Evolution subdomain. They can put something very simple for the enrollment process, but it is very simple to change. So for enrollment purposes, we suggest that they should just put their first and last name, a few numbers behind it, just so that it's unique enough so that we can go on through the registration. Again, they can always go into their personal website and change that at any time once they have a unique business name that they want for themselves, okay? The next thing that they need to know, and this is very important as well, when they are creating their password, tell them it needs to be a minimum of 5 characters, but it only should include numbers and letters, no special characters. And I'll repeat that. The password should be a minimum of 5 characters with only letters and numbers, no special characters. We do not want them being locked out of their back office. So make sure they use letters and numbers only for their password. Then they'll know to select and check each of these boxes. Basically, this is everything that they learned in written form in the informational meeting. It's just in written form if they want to review it, but they check these 3 boxes and then they'll select next. When they go to the next screen, it is simply going to bring up all of the information they've entered on this form for them to verify its accuracy, okay? Once they verified its accuracy, it'll allow them to click next again, and then it'll bring up some logos for Visa and MasterCard. They can simply click on those logos, and it'll bring up the payment information so that they can input their credit card or debit card information. Once they make their payment, they will receive a 6-digit agent ID number. Now, it's really important that you know this. Sometimes if there are a lot of agents signing up at once, the system can get a little frozen on the buffering stage, and it'll seem like it's buffering and like they don't know whether or not their payment has been submitted. You can verify for them whether or not it has been submitted by checking in your back office and seeing if you see their name populated under your personal agents. You will see their name and their agent ID. If you see that in your back office, that means that their payment was processed, and you can also provide them with their agent ID. They will also receive a receipt from Evolution Travel, and they will receive an email with their username and password, including their agent ID. So that's important for you to know. But what happens if they get stuck on this screen? Sometimes, every once in a while, an agent may forget to input some information correctly, or there might be some information that has been duplicated or something else is wrong. If they get stuck on this page, at the very top here, there will be information in red that tells them what they need to correct. A lot of the times, some agents forget to click on this box, and they have to do that before they can proceed to the next page. Another time, it can be that they do not have a unique personal web address. We do have around 16,000 agents company-wide, so they might have to change this and alter it a bit. They can put their first name, last name, travels, whatever it is, just make sure that they have something unique so that they can get through the enrollment. I've even had an agent who created a password and did not enter it incorrectly for the verification, so they were unable to move forward due to that. So just have them go and figure out whatever it is at the very top. It'll be in red writing, and they can go ahead and correct that. Now, I've shown you how to locate your agent ID in your back office. The way that you get that agent ID to them is you'll simply copy the URL. Remember, your agent ID should be at the very end of this equal sign. So whatever your agent ID, it should be equal and that number. You'll copy this, and then you will simply paste it by sending an email. I like to send an email, and I'm just going to use myself. For example, travel agent link, if I know that they have requested it. A lot of the times what I suggest is if they have gone to the informational meeting, I will send respond to this email for your travel agent link. Once they have responded, I will say, here, welcome aboard. Hi, Mentee. And I don't say Mentee, I use their name, but for demonstration, I'm going to say Mentee here. Welcome aboard. Here is your link to get started. Okay, now you can do this two ways. You can either just paste the link straight out like that. I don't like to do that. I tend to like to embed the link. The other thing that you can do, and I'm just going to make sure I have this, so I'm going to copy it again and I'm going to delete it here. The other thing you can do is where it has your link, you can click on the little, what looks like a paper clip turned horizontally, and you can click here and you can paste that link there and hit OK, and it'll embed the link. Here's your link to get started. I look forward to working with you. Kind regards, Angela. Okay, and that's what you can do. It's very simple. Make sure that you attend the informational meeting with them, though, in case they do need this link. They can respond to this really quickly. But yeah, that's basically what you do. And again, my name is Angela Martin. I hope that this presentation, this training was very helpful to you. I look forward to seeing you in the chats. Have a great one.